In this video, I will share how to derive an expression for resolving power of a microscope. A microscope is an optical instrument that is used for observing magnified image of a very small object lying close to the microscope. The ability of microscope to show distinct images of two closely lying point objects is called resolving power of microscope. This is the qualitative definition. Quantitatively, resolving power of a microscope is defined as the reciprocal of limit of resolution of microscope. Now let us try to understand what is the meaning of limit of resolution of microscope. Suppose we have this microscope having objective lens here, and these are 2-point objects O1 and O2 separated through small distance d, which are to be seen as resolved with the help of microscope. First of all, you place the objects at a greater distance, then you go on decreasing the distance for a minimum value of distance between the objects. The two images of these objects will be seen just resolved through this microscope. If you decrease the distance below this minimum value of d, then these objects will not be seen resolved. For viewing distinct images, we have to set a minimum distance between 2-point objects. So this minimum distance between the objects for resolution is called limit of resolution, and it is equal to d. And reciprocal of this d is called resolving power of microscope. Now, in order to derive a relation for resolving power of microscope, let us suppose the object O1 lies on the principal axis of objective of microscope, that is represented by KL. K and L are two ends of objective of microscope. When object O1 is lying on the principal axis, then the extreme rays of light which are incident at point K and L will make equal angle with the principal axis. Let us suppose this angle is alpha. After diffraction from the edges of objective lens, these rays of light will superimpose at point P. So we can calculate path difference between these two rays of light. One ray of light is reaching point P via L, and the other ray of light is reaching point P via K. Let us find path difference between these two rays of light, that is delta 1. It is equal to O1L plus LP. This is the length of path followed by one ray minus length of path followed by the second ray. And when we look at these ways term, O1L is equal to O1K. Look at this by symmetry of the diagram. LP is equal to KP. So all these terms get cancelled with each other, and in the result we get path difference between two superimposing rays of light, delta 1 is equal to 0. When path difference is 0, it means due to diffraction, the principal central maximum due to light from O1 will be formed at point P. This is how we calculate path difference between two rays of light coming from object O1. Now suppose the object O2 is lying above this point O1 at a very small distance. Suppose it is d. Distance between O1 and O2 is d, very small distance. Now we have to calculate path difference between rays of light coming from second object O2. One ray of light will be O2 to L, extreme rays, then L to P. Second will be O2 to K, then K to P. So length of path of both the rays is different. Let us find path difference between these two. it will be O2L plus LP, O2L plus LP, minus length of second is O2K plus KP. Now from symmetry of the diagram, it is clear that LP is equal to KP. So these two terms LP and KP will be cancelled with each other, and we shall left with O2L minus O2K. Now what we do, you produce this line in the reverse direction and drop a perpendicular from O1 on this line, that is foot of perpendicular is R, and second perpendicular from O1 on this line, that is O1Q. Drop perpendiculars, and by symmetry of the diagram, these two perpendiculars will make angle alpha with this vertical distance between O1 and O2. Using this diagram, we can write O2L as O2Q plus QL. This is O2L. It can be split as O2Q plus QL. Similarly, O2K, it is also be splitted if we can write it as equal to RK minus RO2. It is clear from this diagram. Now QL is approximately equal to O1L. Look at the diagram. QL is almost same as O1L because distance between O1 and O2 is very small. Similarly, RK can also be replaced by O1K. RK is approximately equal to O1K. So approximately path difference due to rays of light, the path difference between rays of light coming from O2 can be written like this. Now out of these four terms, O1L and O1K, O1L and O1K are equal due to symmetry of the diagram. So these two terms will be cancelled and we shall be left with O2Q plus RO2. So this is how we calculate path difference between rays of light coming from O2. Now we have to find the values of O2Q and RO2 in the next step. How to find these two terms? For that purpose, we shall use these triangles. First of all, let us write from triangle RO2 O1. From this triangle, we can write sin alpha is equal to RO2 divided by O1 O2. This will give the value of RO2 as D sin alpha because O1 O2 distance is equal to D. Similarly, from the second triangle, that is Q O2 O1, this one, from this triangle we can write expression for sin alpha is equal to O2 Q divided by O1 O2. This will give you QO2 equal to D sin alpha. So we have found the value of both RO2 and QO2. Now we shall put these values in our previous expression for path difference. So we can write path difference delta 2 as equal to 2D sin alpha. Put in the various values. Now according to Rayleigh's criterion, if I plot diffraction graph with respect to light from object O1, suppose here we have point P, here we plot intensity, then central maximum is formed due to light coming from O1, and due to light coming from O2, Rayleigh criterion says minimum should exist at point P. So this is first order minimum due to light coming from O2. If this condition is satisfied, then two objects O1 and O2 will be seen just resolved at this distance. So regarding this, we can say that delta 2 must satisfy the condition for first order minimum in the diffraction pattern of light coming from second object O2. That is, delta 2 must be equal to lambda. How I have written? That is, condition for minimum is delta equal to p lambda, where p can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. If I put p equal to 1, we shall get condition for first order. If I put p equal to 2, we shall get condition for second order minimum. So here we are putting p is equal to 1 and delta 2 should be equal to lambda. And delta 2 we have just found do 2d sine alpha equal to lambda. This will give us answer for d equal to lambda upon 2 sine alpha. And this result does not match with the experimental observation, and it is to be modified to new relation. D becomes 1.22 lambda over 2 sine alpha. So this is the final expression for limit of resolution of a microscope. And if I take the reciprocal of this limit of resolution, I get answer for resolving power, that is 2 sine alpha divided by 1.22 times lambda. So hence the final relation for resolving power of a microscope. Thank you very much.